nice to see you. I hope you're still there. Are you still there? I'm so sorry that I didn't post new videos in a while. So much stuff happened here in LA. Really, it was just crazy. A lot of crazy stuff happened here. Crazy good stuff. Like I made my own short film and it's gonna come out soon, hopefully this year. And also crazy bad stuff. I don't really know if I should talk about that because I don't want to spread negativity here. But yeah, I will see how much I can tell you, and when I can tell it, it's kind of crazy and a little bit scary. But hey, we're in scary month right now, right? October, like scary month. Everybody here in the US calls it scary month. And that's why I decided to wear this here, like little skulls on it. To look scary for scary month, or to honor scary month with you guys. I am back now for you guys. I will try to make videos regularly again now. For you, for my friends. And I actually filmed 5 videos for you. In the time between March and June, I actually have filmed multiple videos for you, but I just didn't have time to edit them. But they will still come out, guys. I promise they will still come out. I will still finish them for you. They are all already halfway edited, or 3/4 edited even. Some are even like 90% edited, and I will still finish them for you, I promise. I have one really cool video about my first Independence Day here in the US, July 4th. And actually we had 3 earthquakes here in LA. I survived 3 earthquakes. The first was on Independence Day, and the other 2 were on the day after Independence Day. It's all the fault of the earthquakes that I didn't get to the videos. I'm so sorry. LA was devastated. No, luckily not. Luckily, it was just some crazy shaking and we all survived everything. And in March, I actually made a video for you about wildflowers. I filmed it for you. I'm still editing. I drove into the mountains with a friend because there were wildflowers everywhere because of all the crazy rain that we had earlier this year. And I will still finish that for you too. And it will look for you like time travel because, as you can see, I cut my hair. It's shorter now. I cut it for a part. And I actually also made a video for you about how I cut my hair. And this will also come out. So if my hair gets longer again, you know it's gonna be an old video. Or I finally figured out how time travel works. Or I got extensions. No, I will never get extensions. I don't like extensions. For the record, today is October 13th and I am making a brand new video for you because I thought the other videos are gonna be old anyways when they come out. And so I can as well publish something new. So today I'm gonna make something really funny for you. I know you were waiting for that. And I'm also gonna make a really cool Halloween themed video for you with my friend Juliana. And of course there's also another video with Allison planned about exploring LA a little bit more for you guys. That's all gonna come. And today, on October 13th, in the middle of scary month, I want to get scary with you. No, actually, I want to give you a part 2. You guys really liked my video titled 20 Embarrassing and Funny Facts About Me. So I'm gonna give you a part 2. Today, on October 13th, in the middle of scary month, we're gonna have 20 more embarrassing and funny facts about me. Are you ready? Oh, by the way, I have to show you some things first. Here, these are my crystal bracelets, my beautiful new crystal bracelets. I don't know if I should take them off because they're making a little sound. Yeah, maybe I have to take the one off because that's, look, it has a little heart. I love it, but yeah, I think I take it off so it won't make sound. Yes, look, much better. And look, my new earrings. Oh yeah, and first let's start with a funny bonus fact about me. I love earrings, but my ears are not pierced. They are non-piercing earrings. Yeah. And now, 20 more funny and embarrassing facts about me. Number 1, I always break spaghetti in half when I cook them. You know, because I just don't like that when they are too long. I like to roll them, but I love it when they are not too long. And number 2, also related to pasta and spaghetti especially, I hate to use colanders. Do you know what a colander is? I didn't. I mean, I only knew the German or Finnish word for it. This is a colander. I hope I'm even pronouncing it correctly. You see, I care so less about these fucking colanders that I didn't even know the English word for it. I had to Google it. Thank you, Google Translate. So yes, that's a colander. And I hate to use it. I think just because I hate to clean it. It just sucks to clean it. So when I make pasta, my spaghetti that I broke in half, when I make them, I take the kettle. First, mostly I do it like this. I'm left-handed. Imagine my spaghettis are in there. And then I take the lid and do it like this. And you have to be careful that you don't burn your hand. I became pretty good with that over the years. If you like to take some risk, you can also go like this, you know, because then the water can flow out like here and here on the sides if you go like this. You just have to be careful that you don't do it too much, because otherwise you're going to lose a few of the broken in half spaghettis, and we don't want that. We talked about food. Now we're going to talk about drinking. I don't drink alcohol at all. And I think I've never been really drunk in my life. Yeah, shocker. Except this one time, maybe when I was a little drunk. It was in drama school, and I got this really bad pain in my throat. And we had a rehearsal late at night. I was desperate. I wanted to give a good performance in the rehearsal. And I was really scared of losing my voice, and the pain was really bad. And so I went to the pharmacy and asked for something natural. And they gave me this blend of herbs and herbal essences and stuff that's made in a monastery. And it contains a lot of alcohol. If you're from Germany, you know that it's called Klosterfrau Melissengeist. I don't even know if it's available here in the US and what it would be called, but it's basically a lot of strong herbal essences mixed with strong alcohol. And I thought, wow, this will help me. And I put it in a glass of hot water, and I put some honey in it. And maybe you know honey contains a lot of natural sugars. And alcohol and sugar, if you mix it, it works even stronger. And I think if you make it hot, it might even work stronger. Yeah, and then I went to my rehearsal, and I was kind of like, la, 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 and I wanted to hug everybody, and I was kind of a little bit silly. But I think my performance was still pretty good. And I remember everything. So yeah, that was the time when I think I was a little drunk. If you've been following my crazy diary for a while, you might know that already. I've worked as a cat therapist in the Helsinki animal shelter. I worked with traumatized cats. There's even a whole video about that. I worked with traumatized cats to help them to regain trust in humans so that they will get adopted. Because unfortunately, not many people want to adopt a cat that is hissing and scratching and just scared to be touched. It was volunteer work, and I really loved it. Me and our team of the other volunteers got a lot of cats. We got them a long way, and so they could find homes. Yes. I was always so happy when I saw a cat finding a home. There was one of my favorite cats. Her name was Oila, and I was so happy when she found a home. Because we've been working for 3 months together. And then she even allowed me to pet her. She just didn't want it to be picked up and held tight. That's what she didn't like. But she came to cuddle, and she came to play, and she found a wonderful home where she could even go outside. A house in the countryside with a big garden. Yeah. So yeah, that was my time as a cat therapist. I hate online calendars. Sorry, Google Calendar. I love Gmail, but I hate Google Calendar. I just hate online calendars. I like to use real calendars made of paper. Look. Paper. And of course, I also have a small one that I put in my handbag. That looks like a little book that I can put into my handbag. And guess what? It's also made of paper, and you can open it and write in there, like old school with a ball pen. Yeah, I'm pretty old school when it comes to calendars. Calendars. Calendars, guys. Not colanders. Fuck colanders. But I love calendars. Look, 2019, extra big. This hangs above my desk. And I can see it every day. I love it. Okay. Oops. Okay, I guess I have to tidy up my room afterwards. I practice Reiki, energy healing. That is when you put your hands on someone in order to help them and to heal them with positive energy. I do it to humans, especially to my friends and family members, and I also do it to myself. Helps a lot, it's really great. Yes, you can really give Reiki to yourself. I practiced on myself first before I treated my first friend. And I also did it for a lot of cats and dogs, and it really helps them. Reiki comes from Japan and was developed by a Christian monk who was also a physician in a monastery in Japan. Dr. Usui. Thank you very much for Reiki, Dr. Usui. Yeah, I know a lot of people think it's bogus, and I think everybody should be free to think what they want. I've been practicing Reiki now for 8 years, and I believe that it really works. Reiki, energy healing, putting your hands on someone to heal. Oh. Shall we stay weird and spiritual? Yeah? I've been a vegetarian since I was 6 years old, and I've been practicing yoga since I was 14. Actually, at 5, 6, that was the age when I became aware where meat came from. Because I knew that vegetables were coming from the garden, like apples were coming from the tree. And then one day I asked my dad, where does meat come from? And why is there this little, like, thing, this string in my meat? And then my dad said, yeah, that's a muscle, because it comes from an animal, because the animal needed the muscle to walk with it. My dad was a biology teacher, actually. Religion and biology. A nice combination, right? And from that day on, I decided to be a vegetarian. Because I grew up with so many animals around me, and I just didn't want to eat them when I realized where meat came from. I have a funny food allergy. I'm allergic to sugar. Yeah, white sugar. I know it sounds scary in the beginning, but I am allergic to white sugar, white processed sugar. I also don't eat cane sugar, but I can eat all the natural sugars, like honey and fruits, that's all okay. Just not white sugar and processed sugar at all. But luckily I don't die if it's only a little bit. So if I go to a restaurant, I won't discuss with the waiter if there's a little bit sugar in the bread or if there's a little bit sugar in the salad dressing. Because a little bit is okay. Yeah, but if I would eat a whole chocolate bar, I would just get sick. Actually, I get really, really bad stomach pain then. And I get like funny little red dots on my skin. So it looks pretty funny, but yeah, I try to avoid it. And it runs in my family. Many of my 27 cousins do have it too. Next fact, I have 27 cousins. Yeah, Christian happy family. And I have a college degree in theology. Yeah, Christian hippie family. I have lived in 5 countries so far. And my first memory is in Paris, when I was 2 years old, because we lived in Paris. I actually spent a few years of my childhood in Paris because we lived in a bus. Our bus was mostly in Porte de Clignancourt and Montmartre, because my dad was a street musician. And my first memory, actually, the very, very first thing I remember in my life is that we were in Paris, me and my dad. We were at the banks of the Seine River, and we were throwing stones into the water. And my dad could make the stones flip like 5 times. It looked really cool. Yeah, and my dad was holding my hand and holding me so that I wouldn't fall into the water. And I was basically like in his arms and throwing stones into the water. Yeah. Thank you, Dad. Danke, Papa. I go to concerts very often, almost every week, but I haven't paid for concert tickets since 2011. Music TV host. Yeah, there need to be some little perks at least, right? I mean, LA is so fucking expensive. And at least I get to go to concerts every now and then. Like, every week. Yes, thank you to all the bands and managements who give me the tickets. Mostly I get the concert tickets as a thank you for the interviews, because interviews with me are normally very funny. And I try to make people feel comfortable and do funny, crazy stuff together. Yeah, if you watch Music Interview Corner, you know what I mean. If you don't watch Music Interview Corner, you should. I might leave a link in the description below. Yeah, we just had a very funny interview with Hammerfall and one with Santa Cruz, with the Finnish sleaze rock band Santa Cruz. They were on my show for the 3rd time, actually. And it got really crazy. But probably it has to be censored, so it's not online yet. But it will hopefully come out soon. And before that, we had the Soulfly and Inside. Yes, we should talk about sex. I feel comfortable to talk about sex with you guys. In my life, I never had sex with someone who didn't have long hair. Yeah, all my ex-partners had long hair. I like long hair, yeah. Probably because I come from a hippie family and every man in my family had long hair when I grew up. Guess that might have kind of influenced me a little bit. And I also think long hair is really beautiful. But yeah, I don't mean to discriminate anyone who has short hair. But I happen to have had in my life only sex with people who had long hair. Yeah. Let's see what happens in the future. I'm open to more long-haired people. Oh, and next fact. I am still friends with all my ex-partners. Yeah, all my ex-boyfriends who have beautiful long hair. Yeah, no, it's not only because of the hair. It's also because I think I'm pretty picky. I really need to get to know someone before anything happens in my life. I really need to get to know someone before I start a relationship. And I guess that's why I'm still friends with everyone, because my ex-partners were all pretty good people. No, they are great, and one of them is one of my closest friends. He's a screenwriter and director in Germany, and we actually still work on scripts together. Greetings to Seppo in Cologne. He's my favorite ex-boyfriend. Sorry to the others. But I still like you too, you know that, right? If you date good people, then it's kind of easy to stay friends. To be honest, my ex-partners were all pretty amazing, and that's why we're still friends. Let's stay on the sex topic, shall we? I actually wrote a sex book. Yes, I'm a published book author in Germany, and I wrote a sex book. Oh, sorry, this gets hot. It gets hot here, guys. I think I have to get rid of the scarf. Woo. I hope this doesn't come across crazy when I talk about sex and then... But my sex book wasn't a self-help book. My sex book is a film scientific book for people who study or teach film science, for people at universities, at colleges, who study or teach film science. My sex book is a film scientific book about sex in experimental Scandinavian movies. Yeah, sex in Danish art house movies, to be precise. You might know Lars von Trier. Yeah. And it was also a little bit about the connection between religion and sex. My book, my film scientific sex book, is called, and I will translate the German title into English now, From the Holy to the Whore and Back. And you know what happens now? If you Google me, if you Google my name and the word whore, the German word for whore, Hure, you will find my book. And I think it would also work with the English word if you put my name and the word whore. Try. My first car had only one door. It was blue-gray and it was a Fiat Panda. Panda, like the bear. And my dad bought it for me secondhand and fixed it up himself. And I don't want to give you a wrong impression. My dad is really, really good at fixing cars. It was just that this car was so old. Because I asked for an old car because I'm a bad driver and I thought it takes a lot of stress off my shoulders if I know I have an old car, and it wouldn't matter if I get some scratches or dents in it. So yeah, after I had my car, my Fiat Panda, for 2 weeks, the door just broke off. I guess because it was a little bit rusty and just broke off. It looked like a bird with a broken wing, like... And then my dad and I screwed it shut. We just put screws in the door, like all the way around, to shut it permanently. And then I had to exit and enter my first car via the passenger door. It was actually very safe if you do street parking and your driver's side door is facing the street and the passenger door is facing the sidewalk. It's so much safer to exit at the sidewalk side. Yeah. Oh, another car fact. I have a driver's license, but I don't drive because I'm a really, really bad driver. And I know I will get evil comments if I would say I drive like a girl. And that's not true because there are amazing female drivers, but unfortunately I'm not one of them. And so I don't drive. But I'm legally allowed to drive. I only drive on set. I drive on film sets. I actually drove cars for a few action shows in Germany. And I can do a lot of cool things. I can do U-turns and sideways parking, but these are all skills that are not really useful on public streets. So I only drive on film sets and in emergencies. Because, you know, I don't drink alcohol. And if someone gets hurt at a party, once I was at a garden party, a barbecue party in Germany, and someone cut his hand on a broken bottle. Yeah. And I was the only one who wasn't hammered. So this guy hurt his hand. He had a really bad cut and he needed to go to the emergency room. And I was the only one who wasn't drunk. And then I said to someone else, you know, probably it might even be safer if you drive in your drunk state than if I drive in my sober state. But actually we did it like this. I was driving a car, an expensive car that wasn't mine, and I was really scared. And this guy with the bleeding hand was sitting in the back seat, and a very nice drunk guy was sitting in the passenger seat, and he was guiding me and telling me how to drive. And we arrived at the hospital all alive, and his hand got fixed up with a few stitches, and he's also fine again now. But I'm sure I wouldn't have made it without the nice drunk guy in the passenger seat, because if you watched my first video about the embarrassing facts about myself, I don't have a sense of direction. None, nothing, no sense of direction. So without this nice hammered guy in the passenger seat, I probably wouldn't even have found the way to the hospital. Let's talk about accidents. And I don't mean accidents with a car. I mean accidents because you're clumsy or stressed out or not focused on what you're doing. I normally don't have accidents. I mean like accidents in everyday life, like falling off a chair or like tripping on the sidewalk, stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I'm clumsy and I sometimes trip over my own feet, but I manage not to fall. So what I wanted to say, I normally don't have accidents in everyday life because I'm very mindful and aware and focused on what I'm doing. But I frequently run against glass doors. It actually happened last week. I had a meeting with the casting director, and it was this beautiful office building in Beverly Hills. And they had an open front downstairs in the lobby. There was an open front, and I went in and it was open. And I brought my headshot there and had a really nice chat with the casting director. And on my way out, they had closed this front with glass, with a like sliding glass door, a really big one. I didn't know that it was there. And I fully ran, like very enthusiastically, I ran fully against the glass door. And then there was this nice guy who gave me a can of ice cold lemonade, and I was then sitting there on the ground like, I hope it won't bruise. Can you see it? I think it bruised a little bit, but only a little bit. It's okay, and I put some makeup over it, and it doesn't hurt anymore. But yeah, I normally don't have accidents, but I frequently run into glass doors. I guess it's also because my eyesight is not so good for long distance. Short distance, perfect, but long distance, and then I'm just so happy, and you know, and I'm bam. And they actually also just cleaned the glass door beautifully so that there was no spot on it. And another time I ran into a glass door was when I was filming a commercial in Germany. And it was like, Katie, we need you now. Can you come to the studio? And I just wanted to be a good actress. I just wanted to be professional and good and quick, and I wanted to make my way to the green screen studio fast. And then I ran against the glass door. I really smacked my face against it. And then the whole left side, I think it was the left side of my face, was red when I was on camera. And we also had a very cute dog on camera. And the poor dog also, a few minutes after I smacked my face into the glass door, the poor dog fully jumped against the glass door. Because the glass door was also perfectly clean and you really couldn't see it. But luckily, yeah, I was okay, the dog was okay. But yeah, these are my glass door experiences. They always talk about shattering the glass ceiling, right? So maybe I should better focus on the glass ceiling instead of smacking my face into glass doors. Let's see, I will try that in the future. Oh, let's talk about fashion. Actually, yeah, my personal weird style of fashion, or the weird way I like to use my clothes. I love to wear hot pants with leggings. And now guys, hot pants with leggings. Look, hot pants, leggings. Can do it like, yeah, now you can see it, look. That's what it looks like, oops. Woo! Maybe I can do a full turn for you. Woo! And you know I don't have accidents, I'm safe, hopefully. Hope that's not gonna be the first time I'm falling off the chair. Wait. Oops. Okay, I started doing this when I spent my very first winter in Finland. And maybe you know winters in Finland can get really cold, minus 30 degrees. So I started wearing my cute hot pants with thermo leggings, like the leggings that you normally wear when you go skiing. And it looked really cool. And I had my snow boots and thermo leggings and my kind of cute and sexy hot pants. And I did a lot of comedy gigs in this outfit. Yeah, that's how I started wearing hot pants and leggings. And here in LA, I kept it because I need to protect my pale skin from the sun. Look how pale it is. Yeah, I need to protect the pale skin on my legs from the sun. And therefore, even here in LA, I still wear hot pants with leggings. In the LA summer and in the LA winter, which is almost like the LA summer. Of course, here in LA, not thermo leggings. Here I have the much thinner ones. We even have leggings here that look like stockings. This looks like stockings. Looks like beautiful, nice stockings, but it's a leggings. Can you see that? Whoops, here. Oh, I have to be careful that I don't fall down. Now I look like, do you know Marlene Dietrich? Whoops, on this poster for the Blue Angel. Blauer Engel. Ah, whoops. Another really cool personal fashion trend that I developed over the years is I like to wear bandanas when my hair looks like shit. Imagine your hair looks like shit because you didn't wash it. Look, and then you just put on a bandana and hide all the greasy parts and it will look great again, look. Actually, I started wearing bandanas when my hair looked shitty on tour, when I was touring as a stand-up comedian. I was touring as a stand-up comedian in Germany for 5 years. And on tour, sometimes it's really stressful. You have 3 gigs a day. And you know, when you're on tour, you cannot always wash your hair. I toured with an amazing comedian and a guitar player. We did some really cool stand-up music comedy mixture. And we had sometimes 3 or 4 gigs a day. And sometimes in summer it can get really hot. And sometimes air conditioners do not work, because in Germany we do not always have air conditioners. Seriously. And then sometimes you sweat, and then your hair looks even more shitty, and it looks like you didn't wash it for 3 weeks, even so you only didn't wash it for 3 days. And then I started wearing bandanas. There are so many beautiful pictures from me on tour wearing bandanas. Some reporters even wrote that the bandana is like my trademark. And you know what? There are even better bandanas. If your hair looks really like shit, you can have these bandanas that are kind of fully covering your head. Here, a golden one and a nice blue one. Yes, so when your hair looks really shitty, you need this. And now I also discovered dry shampoo. That also helps a lot. Another fact, number 19, we're almost done. I love to eat in bed. After a long day, I just like to snuggle up in bed with my blankets and everything and eat in bed. And that's why I have to show you guys. I have a table next to my bed. Look. That's what I do when I want to eat in bed. I put the table here, and then the food goes there on the table. And here on this computer we're playing a really nice movie. And then I can snuggle up and eat in bed. I'm planning to do that tonight after filming. And now the last fact of this video, number 20. I know it's hard to believe, but as a child and teen, I never liked the color pink. Look, and now? But actually, I always liked the color mint green. Look, isn't that cute here? With the frillies on it. Frilly socks? Oh, mint green. Oh, actually I got those for a movie that we were shooting. I will tell you more about that later in another video. I hope you enjoyed part 2. I hope you enjoyed these 20 more embarrassing and funny facts about me. And please guys, feel free to share in the comments embarrassing or funny or interesting or crazy or weird facts about yourself. Maybe you also like to eat in bed. Or did you also hate a color that you love now? Or do you have 27 cousins? Or maybe 28? Let me know in the comments. Guys, I love you, and you know, never stop dreaming!